Right, it's a very, very good day in Nigeria today, and then we all of us are trying our best to acclimatize to certain information and certain occurrences we found in the political scene today. Right now, when I talk about politics, you should understand the fact that politics is intense these days because we are actually 8 weeks to the presidential elections and the general elections come 2023, and everybody in Nigeria is actually making moves and making decisions to or as regards to who is going to be his own choice for the 2023 elections. Without much wasting of time, I welcome you to today's episode of Political Updates. My name is Angelo Himalayas, your anchor, and don't forget, this is Nation's Voice Tower, your favorite YouTube channel. Right now, today I have a lot of things for you, especially those packed with intriguing information and intriguing messages you would love to hear. Right now, we're going to start with what happened recently. Okay, as at yesterday, news came up online, and it was around the news that the G5 have left for London. Now, I spoke about the G5 in my last update, and in my subsequent updates, I've been also speaking about the G5. I will remind you, if you've forgotten, if you're just joining us, the G5 refers to the 5 governors, or the 5 rebel governors that have been making the rounds in the news, ranging from comprising of Governor Nyesom Wike, Governor Seyi Makinde, Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, Governor Samuel Otom of Benue State, and then finally Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State. These 5 governors yesterday jetted out to London for a secret meeting that is unknown to their other fellow party members. All right, that is the PDP, because of course these 5 governors belong to the People's Democratic Party, and if you've been following the trend of events, they are really against what really made them rebellious was the issues of trust and loyalty to the party. All right, and they really see that part as a part that is pointing at the general body, especially when it comes to the choice of a leader come 2023 elections, especially regarding the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party. Now, let me give you a glimpse of what has been happening. Right now, the G5 have really had issues over who to really chair the party, especially who to really be the flag bearer. Now, the presidential candidate of the PDP, that is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, is the person who is actually the flag bearer of the PDP. Yes, and the G5 governors have been having reservations over his leadership, over his competence, over time, and that is the more reason why they've decided to isolate themselves and go to London. They call it a particular a secret meeting, and of course it is believed from strong sources that these G5 governors are going to be discussing one of the agenda of their meeting is going to be who will be their choice of the presidential candidate come 2023 elections. Now, they have remained consistent in their call for the removal of the national chairman of the party. That's Dr. Yochia Ayu, if you've been following the trend of events. Now, to pave way for the emergence of a southern politician as a party leader, that has been the agitation of the G5. And if you could recall, Governor Okezie Ikpeazu came out some days ago, of which I brought you the update here. He came out some days ago to tell us that the G5 agitation was beyond 2023 elections. Right now, of course, you would know that the G5 have been agitating more on party leadership. Right now, they've come out to say they would have their own choice of candidates come 2023 elections. Now, Dr. Yochia Ayu has been also in the news for the wrong reasons, because the G5 have been dragging him in the news. Also, seconding him in this particular saga is Prince Uche Secondus, that belongs to the PDP chapter in Rivers State, who is also under the jurisdiction of Governor Nyesom Wike. Now, the truth remains that Governor Wike came out in the news days ago to say Uche Secondus has been, or to remind the masses, or to remind members of the PDP that Prince Uche Secondus, who was the former national secretary of the PDP, has been removed or has been expelled from the party, and thus doesn't make him a spokesman for the party. These have been the squabbles going on in the PDP camp. Now, let me bring your mind down. Are we trying to say the PDP camp is unsettled? Are we trying to say the PDP camp is shaky? Are we trying to say the PDP camp is hovering and looking for where to land? We don't know about this. This is the update we are on right now. Now, let me break a little bit. Okay, now, when you check it out, of course, the adage goes, an undivided or a divided house cannot stand. A divided household cannot stand. Now, if the PDP are now having sects, what happens to the remaining members of the PDP? What happens to the unison that has to come with the party? What happens to the union that has to come with the choice of a leader from the party? All right, this is what I want your minds to hover around. Now, if the G5 have jetted to London for a particular meeting or whose agenda is unknown to everybody, including their fellow party members, then what do they hold? Governor Otom came out on Christmas on 25th of December to say that, or to say categorically, that he has endorsed, directly or indirectly endorsed the presidential flag bearer for Labour Party, who is in the person of Peter Gregory Obi. Openly, he came out openly. This is something that has been long and has not been heard of in Nigerian politics. Now, that has not was not done, making rounds in the news, and the G5 have just jetted out to London. Yes, on Wike, the governor of Rivers State, if you could remember, came out days back in the news to tell us that he will announce his presidential candidate come 2023 elections, come January. This is a very, very strong message. Right now, there are issues in the PDP camp, and the G5 governors on retreat in London, and they said that retreat is actually meant to decide on their preferred presidential candidate. Let us keep our hands crossed, or let's keep our fingers crossed, and watch the trend of events as they unfold. We keep our fingers crossed to see or to await their return from London and know the outcome of the meeting. I will continue to bring you political updates, but before we go further, I would like you to take a break. We'll go for this break, and when we're back, we're going to take on. Next on the update is a very, very intriguing news. Yes, this one has got everybody talking, both online and offline, and I suppose you are no more you are actually curious, to listen to this. Now, let me break the ice. Obi appoints Obasanjo's ex-aide Osuntokun as new campaign DG. Obi appoints Obasanjo's ex-aide Osuntokun as new campaign DG. Now, if you've been following the news, I brought you updates some time ago that the current or the ex-director general for the Labour Party campaign, in the person of Dr. Adedoyin Okupe, was convicted actually some days ago by a high court in Abuja over taking part in, directly or indirectly, in the said or the purported arms deal that has been making the rounds right from the last regime of Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And right now, after he openly wrote a letter to the flag bearer of the Labour Party, citing his intentions to resign willingly from being the DG, the campaign DG of Labour Party, as regards or owing to the fact that he has now been convicted. He wished the party good luck and wished the best for the party. Now today, Peter Obi has come out to appoint the ex-aide of the former president Olusegun Obasanjo as his new DG. Now, the presidential candidate of Labour Party announced Akin Osuntokun, a former aide to President Olusegun Obasanjo, as the new Director General of his campaign council. Now, Osuntokun replaced the former DG, of course, I've said, of the Obi campaign. Okay, after his conviction, all right, for money laundering, as I said before. The letter was addressed personally to the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, as I initially said. So, according to the Punch, the Punch also quoted Obi's media, or the Obi's media aide, Emeka Obasi, as saying the new helmsman to head the campaign council will be announced in the next 48 hours, and right now he has been announced. But rising from a strategic meeting of the party, which had Obi, members of the National Working Committee, and several political candidates of the Labour Party in attendance, the Labour Party National Chairman, Julius Abure, announced Osuntokun as the new campaign DG. Now, Abure described the former managing director of the news agency of Nigeria, that's Osuntokun, as a worthy and trustworthy replacement for Okupe after much decisions. All right, Osuntokun, although became the southwestern leader of the party after he defected, if you can remember, from the People's Democratic Party to the Labour Party in early August 2022. That is that on that particular political update. Stay glued to your screen. I will bring you more. Next on this political update, I have a very, very strong one for you, and I expect you should pay rapt attention to this. Now, on the appointment of a new DG for the Labour Party campaign movement, I expected reactions since the news came up online and came up on the air. Right now, we've gotten the first reaction, and this is a very, very strong reaction from a popular figure. Right now, Akin Osuntokun has actually joined the losing side. This was said by Fani Kayode as he was mocking the Obi Dati's new campaign DG. Right now, he came out to say that Akin Osuntokun, I quote, has joined the losing party. The new Director General Labour Party, Peter Obi's presidential campaign, has actually joined the losing side. This was according to Femi Fani Kayode. Now, Femi Fani Kayode, if you've been following the news, has been making the headlines on the news for different reasons. Now, he made this assertion in a statement via his verified Twitter handle, okay, after the appointment, and then he stated, I quote, he stated, "Congrats to my brother Boshirun Akin Osuntokun on his appointment as DG of the Obi Dati PCC. Okay, I respect Akin, and we have fought many battles shoulder to shoulder against our common foes for over 30 years. He has joined the losing side, but he will be a formidable adversary. Look forward to joining issues, crossing swords, and meeting my brother in the field of battle." This statement was dropped by Femi Fani Kayode on his official Twitter handle. Now, for him to come out to say the new campaign DG for Labour Party has joined the losing side is categorical and expectant of a politician, all right? Of course, from a rival politician. Of course, you'll expect this statement from a rival politician. But politics remains politics, and we look forward to who is actually part of the losing side. Now, if you could forward to recently, you will see that Peter Obi has been making the news recently, going around Nigeria, making his campaign known and letting Nigerians know how well his manifesto has been drafted out to suit Nigerians and what they really need, and how well his development plans have gone far to really make Nigerians understand why Labour Party is the main party. We don't know what party remains the best party, but we'll keep our fingers crossed and see if it is Fani Kayode that has the last laugh, or the new campaign DG for Labour Party that has the last laugh. Don't forget, I would always come here, I will always come to give you political updates. And if you're not forgetting something, I would remind you, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe, all right? This is still Nation's Voice Tower, your favorite YouTube channel. And I still remain Angelo Himalayas, your anchor. Peace out.